Welcome back to yet another Monday. Today is Monday, December 7th. This is a video for those individuals absent or need additional assistance. To start us off, we have the self-start. Let's go through it. Use the graph to determine a COP. So here's my graph. To find a COP, remember it's y divided by x. I know it's kind of a bad y, but it's a y divided by x. So we're going to look for our address. So I'm going to use this address right there. So my y goes up and down, remember. My x goes side to side. I'm going to use 96 divided by 6. And when I do that, I get an answer of 16. So 16 is my COP. So now I have to use that COP to create a proportional equation. Y equals blank x. So I take that COP and it now goes right here. So now I have an equation of y equals 16x. Second one, or next one says use the table to determine a COP. Okay, so again, it's the same concept, y divided by x. So I'm going to use this address right here. I'm going to do 48 divided by 3, which gives me an answer of 16. So same thing as above. And guess what? I'm going to take that 16 and put it down in my proportional equation. There's your thought. You're welcome to pause. Normally we check grades on Monday, but the school has asked us not to put in grades just yet because they're still trying to finalize last trimester's grades. So hopefully that will be done here in the near future. Because of that same reason, we're not going to be able to update our contest number probably until tomorrow as well. So be patient, but it's coming. For today, we've done the self-start. The one thing we're going to focus on is using proportional tables, graphs, and equations to scale up. So sometimes not all the information is going to be given to us. We have to take what information we do have and use it to get an answer. So, for example, Bob spent $5 on 5 candy bars. How much would it cost for 7 candy bars? So, in this case, they're giving us a real-life problem that we would have to use to scale up, to figure out how much it would cost for more. So, sometimes they're going to give it to us as a real-life problem, a graph, table, or an equation. So, we're just going to kind of go through some of these so you can see what this looks like. So, we've got a graph here, and using or at the same rate, how many weeks would it take to save up $705? And we've got 4 possible answers over here. Well, I'm going to use this point right here, this address, 94 over 2. And that's going to give me an answer of 47. So I could save up $47 in 1 week. So this is per week. So how many weeks would it take now to save up for that? There's a couple of different ways I could do that now. I could do 705 divided by 47. I could set it up as a proportion, 94 over 2. So $94 in 2 weeks. How many weeks would it take for, scratch that, let's try it again. If I had $705, how many weeks would it take? And I would just use this times this divided by this. And any way that I look at it, my answer would wind up being 15. So the 47 is per 1 week. So I could use that to check my work and just do 47 times 15. I should get the 705. Or if I divide them, I'm going to get 15. Or if I do it as a proportion, I'm going to get the same answer. So this one is a little bit different. How many gallons of water would be used in 13 minutes? Okay, well, if I use this point right here, I would do 10 over 2, which would be 5. So then I would say it would be 5 gallons per minute. And now I could either do 5 times 13. I could do 10 over 2 equals x over 13. I could use an equation, y equals 5, which is my COP, times my 13, my x. Any way I do it, I'm going to get an answer of 65. So I'm going to move on to tables now. So using a proportion, solve for how many minutes it would take Bob McBobby to eat 39 slices of pizza. Well, I could do 3 over 9, so 3 minutes for 9 slices. And how many minutes? We don't know for 39, so I could set it up as a proportion like this. I could do y divided by x. Remember, this is my y, this is my x. And get 3. And then do 39 divided by 3. Regardless of how I choose to do it, I should get an answer of 13. So it would take 13 minutes to eat 39 slices of pizza because you can do 3 slices in 1 minute. Again, maybe a little bit different on this one. Using a proportion, solve for how many trees it would take to harvest 286 apples. Well, if I were to look at it, I could do 26 divided by 2, and that would give me 13. I could then use the 286 and divide by the 13 to find out how many trees it would take. I could do 2 trees, give me 26 apples. How many trees would it take to get 286? I could set it up as a proportion like this. 2 times this divided by this gives me that. Just a lot of different ways you could do it. In the end, however, what you're going to find is you're going to get an answer of 22. Solve for how many hours Sarah would have to work to earn $370. Well, it's 27.75 for 3 hours over 370 by however many hours. We could do that. We could do 27.75 divided by 3 and get an answer of 9.25. And then take the 370 and divide by the 9.25. And anyway, look at it, my answer would wind up being C. So all we're doing is we're just taking these proportions and setting it up to scale up. If you have any questions, let us know. Contact your teacher, email, Canvas, however you choose. We'll see you guys soon enough. Have a great day. Be safe.